Can we talk about it? The MVP. I mean, if I had to give a ballot today, right? If I had to turn my ballot in right now, I would go Luka 1, Jokic 2, Giannis 3, SGA 4, Jalen Brunson 5. The only reason SGA drops to 4 is because his numbers are literally just not there. I'm sorry. I love SGA. I think he is a phenomenal player. I think he's a top 5 player right now. But being top 5 doesn't mean that you're the MVP. If I had a ballot, which I don't, and I was going to be the one voting, which I'm not, mine would go in this order. Luka 1, Jokic 2, Giannis 3, SGA 4, Jalen Brunson 5. Here's the thing. I know I'm wrong. Like, objectively, like, I get that Luka is not the MVP this year. I know that. But, man, those numbers are so good, man. Those numbers are so good. His numbers are crazy. God damn, 33.4 is crazy. Wow. Never mind, bro. I'm not tripping about it. I'm not tripping about it at all. Oh, man. Okay, so I got everybody's stats pulled up, and I'll be honest, my it has changed. My ballot has changed. Luka averaged 33.9 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 9.8 assists for the season on 61.7% true shooting. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In a 70-point game? The one knock that you have on Luka, at least in my opinion, on this season is one, the first half before the All-Star break, his defense was absolutely atrocious. Post All-Star break, after the All-Star break, everything kind of went up and he started playing better. He's not great, obviously, on defense. It's not what you're going to him for. He's still averaging nearly a triple-double, a 30-point triple-double, almost. Not there quite yet, but he could have if he tried a little bit harder. But that's not what I'm saying now. Being fifth in the West is not the same as being fifth in the East. Let's go ahead and look at the East standings. Number 5. Actually, it's not that bad. Actually, I'm talking a lot of shit right now. Fifth in the East is my Magic. I live in Orlando. The Magic are right now 47 and 35. The Mavs are 50 and 32. Goddamn. They were one game away from being the 4th seed. I think that they beat the Clippers in the first round. But that's not what we're talking about. I think right now the general consensus is that Jokic is the MVP, which I completely understand. His stats are also absolutely ridiculous. 26.4 points, 12.4 rebounds, and 9 assists on 65% true shooting. And he's not bad on defense. He's actually really good. Hot take here. Jokic is better than your favorite player on defense. Isn't that just crazy? Wow. I was not expecting this. Jokic has a 107.4 in his career. What is it? What is his season this year for his defensive rating? Wow, in his first season, he was 104.4. That's insane, though. Actually? See, that's tough. All right. I'm looking at this, and I'm kind of torn. I want to emotionally give the MVP to Luka Doncic. I just do. I think his numbers are just better. I think I just have... Yeah, I'm sorry. The rebounds don't matter, bro. You're 7 feet tall. I'm like trying to convince myself of the general opinion that Jokic should be the MVP. I just don't think so. I just don't believe it. I think Luka this year in the 23 to 24 NBA season is the MVP of the league. He just has to be. Bro, it's hard enough to average 30 points. He's averaging 33.9, 9.2 and 9.8 on 61% true shooting, almost 60 to 61.7%. Jokic, on the other hand, 26.4, 12.4, and 9 on 65% true shooting. I don't really care about the rebounds because he's 7 feet, whatever. Man, it's tough. Yeah, I got to go with it. Luka is my MVP this year. Jokic, for me, is my number 2. Now, let's go to number 3. Look. This is where things get kind of crazy. You know what I mean? This is where I think I'm going to get a lot of hate. Shea didn't do enough. Shea didn't do enough for me. I'll be honest. Shea didn't do enough. Look, he's great. Breakout season. Number 1 in the West, right? Yeah, number 1 in the West. Look, I think SGA is one of the most talented guards in the league. I think he might be... I think he's the best guard in the league right now, for sure. I would put him above Ant by a hair. I think Ant is insane. Let me go ahead and look up his stats. He's not in this conversation, but I just want to know. Damn. Way different. Yeah. 25.9, 5.4, 5.1 compared to 30.1, 5.5, and 6.2. What is the steals, though? That's the question. His steals, yeah, and he's number one. And he's tied for first with 2 steals a game with De'Aaron Fox. But hey, look, that's okay. I think the storyline of the Thunder themselves really pushed him in the beginning of the year. But man, it's you can just tell that there's a difference between like somebody having an amazing season and an MVP season. And I say this with the asterisk of I think that this is an MVP caliber season. I think it's like an MVP season, but the thing that's holding me up from just calling it MVP season is, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not as impressive as Luka Doncic averaging almost a triple double. It's insane. It's hard for me. It's hard for me to hop on board with anybody except for Luka. You know what? You know what? For the grace and the sake of this conversation, I'm not going to talk about Luka anymore. That's a lie. Some crazy candidates. Honestly, the thing that's doing it for me, why he can't be number 3, is simply because Giannis is just too good, bro. 30.4, 11.5, 6.5 on 64.9 true shooting. That's absolutely insane. Yeah, and the block and a steal a game, like it's just too good for me to pass up. Not doing great from the 3. And that for me kind of brings it down, like why you can't really, it's hard for me to sign on with somebody being an MVP when their 3-point percentage is 27.4. Like, yeah, man, I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah, Jokic is shooting 35.9, and of course Luka is shooting 38.2. So yeah, okay. It's insane. How is it Jokic? How is it Jokic, guys? What do you mean? It has to be Luka, bro. It has to be Luka. Oh my god. And here's the thing. I'm throwing Jalen Brunson in at the 5. Not because I don't think there's somebody else who has better stats. I'm sure there is. I'm sure I can find someone. But what he's done to that team makes him a most valuable player candidate. Only because without him, the Knicks are nothing. It's the truth. The Knicks equal nothing without Jalen Brunson. That is a fact. And if you don't believe so, what happens when he's not there? Oh, wait. He's always fucking there. How many games did he play this season? Let's see. He played 77. Are you kidding me? He missed 5 games? Bro, he's little, bro. He's 6. They have him listed as 6'2". I am taller than Jalen Brunson. He's not 6'2". I'm 6'3". He's got to be at most 6 feet tall. Bro, if he was 5'11", I'd believe you. Look, regardless, that man's hooping for real, okay? Look, I'm all for giving somebody their flowers, all right? I'm Mr. Flowers. I want to give everyone their flowers when they're due, not after, but when they are due. So, for example, this is why I'm putting him 5th on my hypothetical ballot, because he's deserving. Does it mean that he needs anything more than 5th? No, because SGA, in my opinion, is clearly heads and shoulders better than Jalen Brunson. Some of you Knicks fans, are going to come at me and say something stupid, say something crazy, wild, out of pocket, talking about, no, Jalen Brunson's better. It's just a different situation. No, he's not. And some of it is just shit that he can't change. He's not 6'6". Okay, he's not 6'6". He's not averaging 2 steals a game, and that's all right. That's okay. But hey, look. Let's kill this part of the conversation because to be honest with you, it doesn't even matter. Unfortunately, I do think that Jokic is going to become the 23-24 MVP. Not in like a, oh my god, it sucks way, but just like I think Luka is so deserving, but just because he's the reigning champion, it's numbers. If he was putting up these numbers before, would they have done it? I think this rhetoric has already been built. This story kind of overshadow like the raw stats in this scenario. Now, I know there are going to be a whole bunch of basketball players saying that like stats don't tell the full story, and like I agree. But man, have you been watching Luka play? He's not 6'8", by the way. There was a oh my god, let me see if I can find it. There's a video of him standing next to Jokic. Yeah, I'm looking at this video of Jokic standing next to Luka. Bro, Luka has to be 6'10". Luka has to be 6'10", bro. Are you kidding me? Look, that's all I got for you today. Okay, I think Luka's the MVP. I still think Jokic is the best player in the league today. But if we're looking at stats and we're looking at like the how the season went, and if you guys were watching the last few games of the regular season, Jokic didn't play well. He really didn't. He didn't play up to his own level, and that for me set everything off. Luka from start to finish played incredible basketball. I'm not traditionally a Mavericks fan. I've never really found interest in watching them, to be honest with you. But after they traded for PJ Washington and they got rid of Grant Williams and they have Kyrie this season, man, that is a basketball team. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate you so much for watching. Thanks to everybody over the last few days who've been showing me a lot of support. I'm very surprised that these videos are doing as well as they are. Go ahead and leave a comment below if you think I'm silly, stupid, or dumb. All the same thing, no difference. I'll be honest with you, even if you say I'm stupid, don't care. That's okay. That's for my boy Jalen Brunson up in New York. Yeah.